Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eat, Sleep, Suplex, Retweet.
SDL's our fire, our one desire, believe when I say welcome to draft day. Come on.
Woo!
It's the favourite time of the season. It is season 9 of the draft. As you know it, we all get excited. It's our time to shine in the draft, and it's what we do best. As always, I'm joined by my SDL cohort, Scott McLeod. Welcome. Hope you're buzzing.
Oh, I am buzzing, Jack, but I hope you'll forgive me if I have to get serious for a moment, to quote Lance Storm. Some people were upset by comments I made towards Alan Laurie on last week's Had to Draft Live and on the WrestleMania preview stream because I felt like he had robbed Ryan DeLucia of his win, whilst Ryan DeLucia's come back and taken his spot in the season. And so to Alan, I have this statement regarding my comments. Ha 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 and ha. Good day.
Fair enough. I'm sure he's heard that message loud and clear. But our next toast, as always, is the stats man of SDL, David Hockney. Welcome to the live stream, my friend.
Oh, another day, another draft day, and everybody is in the mood for it, especially us three.
Oh, we can't wait. As always, catch Eat Sleep Suplex Retweet on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You'll find us on Spotify, you'll find us on YouTube, pretty much anywhere that you can watch or listen to voices, we are there. And as it says, Dave's in the mood for it. DMs are open for him. But this is the draft, and I'll quickly explain the rules before we start drafting. As always, we pick our tag teams first. You must have a split of 3 to 2 in your gender, so 3 males or 2 females, or 3 females and 2 males. The shows you can select from for your roster is Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, NXT UK, and AEW's new show, Dark Elevation. So that means Dark is not in the draft again this season. So if your wrestler from AEW appears on that, no points can be scored. And as always,
No points for you.
As always, we're in the darkest time of the WWE calendar and folk are getting released. So if anyone on our team drafts someone that gets released post this stream, the Lord and Saviour of the draft, Stephen Wilson, has allowed us. Ross is always the better brother.
oh God, oh dear! I've never heard that insult before. That really cut me real deep there, Alan.
So as always, Stephen Wilson, the nice guy that he is, will allow us to have a free transfer of that release superstar if we so choose a release superstar after the stream. But there's nothing more else to say than Mr. Production, bring in the first draft entrant of season 9 of the draft. Oh my God.
Mother of God.
Finished fifth last season, and here you are, Stephen. First position. Must be a right good privilege, that.
The only thing that's better is not having to pair with that bloody Scott McLeod. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Who chose Raquel Gonzalez as part of our team?
Me.
That was me.
That was me.
So,
It was me.
Stephen, as you know, tag teams go first. Who is the tag team you're selecting for the draft?
You might not be able to see this, so apologies for anybody watching, but this ain't like most picks. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Nia and
Nia and Shayna.
The main roster was tag champions Nia and Shayna. Not just because they were great last season, because I know David Campbell picking from the back will be absolutely seaming.
So Scott, the first rounds we picked there, Scott, for our tags, Nia and Shayna. No surprise after the performance last season.
Yeah, definitely. It's a surprise that they're. Shut up, Ross. They are right that they were the best tag team last season. Also, Steven is learning from that and taking them as his team. Who knows if they'll repeat that success? They've had those tag titles for a long time, but hopefully, for Steven's sake, their reign of dominance continues.
And now Stephen is gone. We move swiftly on.
Thankfully.
Who is going to be drafting from lucky number 2? Oh, it's the sexiest voice
That's
in
my
all
life.
of podcasting. It is Gary Kerrigan. Welcome to the stream, my
It's
friend.
lovely orange top.
Thank you. For a charity I used to work for, as was pointed out to me a number of times today by the charity I currently work for.
So, Gary,
I remember as a kid drawing number 2 in the Royal Rumble was always a death nail. Nobody ever done very well in it, so I'm hoping that's not an omen.
So, as you know, Nia and Shayna's off the table, maybe unsurprisingly off the table, but you've got the best of the rest available to you drafted in that second position. Who is going to be your tag team?
Oh, I'm torn. I'm never used to picking this far up the draft, so I'm torn. I'm spoiled for choice now. I am going to pick a team that I've picked before, and when I picked them before, it raised a lot of eyebrows. I'm going to pick the Hurt Business team of Bobby Lashley and MVP.
Oh,
He's done it again.
Smart.
He's swiped the bloody WWE champion in a tag pick.
very good. So, Dave, as you know, Gary's done this before a couple of seasons, and he's been able to draft him singly. I think this is quite a big pick considering Bobby's retention at WrestleMania as well. That's a main champion drafted off the boards, a single pick again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's Viking Raiders have had quite a few successful seasons in the past, although Ivar's injuries kept him out of action for a good 8 months, so he hasn't appeared in the last couple of seasons. But yeah, Viking Raiders have been on the season 3 winning team before, my winning team before. So, Hurt Business were the highest scorers of season 5, I believe. Yeah, sorry, I'm messing up here.
I was saying
He's going
Viking
to give away who he wants there.
Obviously, you are drafted 3rd. So are you picking the Viking Raiders, Dave?
No, I'm not actually.
Who is your
choosing-
tag selection?
I'm actually going to choose the new Raw Tag Team Champions,
Yes,
AJ Styles and Omos.
Very good. Very good. That was my
That's
first
great.
choice pick there. Scott, obviously, they just won the tag titles at WrestleMania. A dominant run potentially coming up for them.
Dirty Lord of Thieving. Congratulations, Dave. Very
Yep.
solid pick.
And now we move on to 4th. And who's 4th? All right. It's this lovely fella. I am going to be drafting the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks.
Smart. I think they retained their tag titles the other night, so looks like they're not.
Aye,
losing
a
their
successful
belts.
retention last night. They've gone a bit more heelish, as they say. They've aligned themselves with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. A new kind of look, a very dominant, cheeky win last night. I can't ask for much more, and hopefully they can do some pesky business along the way. But we're getting to the halfway point now. Who is number 5 in the draft selection order?
Hello, people. I'm here.
Oh my
The
God! It
saviour's
is the
here.
winner of the
Do not
Listeners
worry.
League, Ryan Dalglish. Welcome to the draft, Ryan.
Hello, I'm one of the big boys now for one season at least.
So obviously you came from the Listeners League last season.
Yes.
What would you say to anyone watching this right now about the Listeners League and how they can get involved?
Well, it's very easy. We're all in one WhatsApp group, so we just jump in there, talk nonsense for ages, and it makes Raw and SmackDown and any other show more interesting because you actually have to watch it all. And then watching all these matches makes it more interesting because your picks might make your choices and what you want to watch and who you want to win more stressful because it will affect your. Shut up, Ross.
Ross, I'm not
Affect your results. So yeah, very good. You get to meet new people as well online. So
So you've got a tag selection to make.
yes.
Who's your tag team for the season?
See, add 4 top 4 picks and you all picked them. So me being 5th a bit not great. So I'm going for Roman and Heyman.
Oofed. A very big
Again, another
oaf.
singles pick gone.
Yeah, as we saw this from Gary and Grant last year that they take Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns just to kind of swipe 2 potentially large scorers from the first and last rounds of the draft. But Scott, a move that it's gonna hurt people here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a great coup for Grant and Gary. Like they got a lot of appearance points. Roman's a big part of SmackDown every week, and it's a long season, so they're going to appear together again for a long time because it doesn't seem like they're is going to end anytime soon. Although also you got to take it as you take the good with the bad. The idea of losing big championship fights for Roman, they didn't get anything for his big win at WrestleMania. So it has its advantages. Clearly, Ryan has been watching as the season closely and is learning from the best.
Aye, Dave, welcome back. Our listeners,
Hey, fellas.
our listeners league winner from last season, Ryan Iglesias, drafted Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns as their tag team. Just a wee FYI if you missed it. But we go to none other than another SDL boy, Scott McLeod. It is your turn to draft a tag team. Who are you going for?
Oh, I think some of the bigger players like I wanted, like AJ and Omos are gone. The fact that Phoenix and Pac didn't win the other night against the Bucks has kind of put them low down in my estimation of who I wanted. And I'm coming into the season with kind of a bucket approach, so I'm going to take a team that on the surface may seem a bit of a risk, but you never know what happens. It's a long season. I'm going to take an NXT tag team, and then a pair of NXT tag champs. I'm taking the NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart.
I think Dave, this is quite a smart choice with the kind of with the split, considering because that's two kind of big females that you could take from NXT singles picks, and also they are the tag teams at this time. So this is maybe quite a tactical play from Scott here.
Yeah, certainly an interesting choice, because when he said NXT tag champions, I thought he was thinking somebody else. But yeah, this could work in his favor. The NXT women's division has been getting a big spotlight on it. I think Scott might be taking a good shot at trying to capitalize on that. So we'll see how that goes.
And next to draft is none other than Scott McLeod's brother Ross, who's unfortunately not here yet, but he has sent me his tag team pick. His tag is none other than the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Obviously just coming off a loss from WrestleMania, losing the titles, but they kind of got a bounce back win. New Day's always a bit of a solid pick in a draft, aren't they, Scott? It's like a kind of reliable tag team that kind of feature on your telly.
Yeah, I had them season 3, I think it was. They were a strong team. They have been quite reliable. Obviously, there was a period of time where they weren't really at their full strength, but I think they've been doing good on Raw. And yeah, they lost, but they will be constantly appearing because the Raw tag division is pretty bare at the minute.
And then from 7th, we go to 8th. Who is lovely number 8 in the draft order? Oh, it's Sarah Grieve. Welcome.
Sarah.
How are we doing, Sarah?
I mean, I'm quite happy. My number 1 team has not been picked yet, so I'm happy. But I'm going with the AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, and Don Callis.
Everybody's adopting this tactic now. Get the world champion and their manager.
This is really going to affect the singles picks.
Obviously, Kenny Omega, someone's a solid pick at Don Callis, because arguably they got the kind of same treatment that Paul Heyman did, picking up a good amount of points. And you've came and you've stuck out. So that's all 3 world champions of the main brands gone in the tag team round. This is really going to shake up things here, Dave, innit?
Yeah, although Ziggler and Rude have yet to be drafted, though, so they're still up for grabs. So not quite all the tag team champions from each major brand, but still plenty to choose from.
So, Sarah, we've got to love you and leave you as we need to get into our ninth tag team selection here for the draft. And who is the lucky person to be number 9? It is none other than the very first tag team winner of the draft, Ryan Gallagher. Welcome to season 9, my friend, and congratulations for last season's victory.
Thank you,
sexy
very
man.
much.
Oh, for God's sake!
Man up on the screen. Thank you very much, boys. It's good to be here. I told you this is the first time I've got to be on SDL since I told you I was going to win. Me and David Campbell said we're going to win, and guess what we done, boys? We won. We won the whole thing. And we told you it was going to happen. And did you believe us? No. Did you try and stop us? Absolutely not. So, anyway, what are we doing? We're picking tag teams here. Danny, come back and pick a tag team in that side.
Yep.
Right. I'm a bit torn on this. And I want to just clarify. Are we doing NXT UK?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go with Pretty Deadly.
A new tag team on the block. a bit of an unknown entity, obviously just winning the NXT UK tag team champions. But, you know, Scott, you never know. It's the champions at the end of the day. They'll get that champions bonus when they compete. Could be a good pick off the bat.
Yeah, I think for a long season like this, it serves to maybe take them NXT UK, picking out they're running more frequently. And yeah, it also goes to show how people really think of SmackDown and the tag division there, that the NXT UK tag team champions have been picked before them. And, you know, but these guys could be, when we get to the end of the season, like one of the top newcomers of the season. So, you know, never say never when it comes to this team.
Quit rambling, because the champ is here. Enough of your pretense. All right. Like Ryan said, we did exactly what we're going to do. The GOAT rings true. 2-time draft winner. You know what you should say? You should say, yeah, FTR are on Team GOAT.
Ah.
A good choice. Obviously, aligning themselves with Pinnacle alongside MJF, Sean Spears, and Wardlow. They've got stuff going for them there, Dave. Obviously, I drafted them in my winning season. We had FTR. Could be a solid pick again in this long season.
Yeah, and their association with Pinnacle definitely is going to give them a lot of exposure.
100%. But that's our tag selections over. So I guess we need to welcome back that menace, Stephen Wilson. And also, you've got. I assume some of your plans may have been a bit hampered there with what happened in the tag selection. But if you can do so, please tell us your very first draft pick.
No, my plans have not been. Well, the only one I would have picked from that tag team first is Roman, but obviously he's gone. So I'm going to pick somebody who is much like myself, you know, in this draft, because in this draft I am the greatest there is. I am the EST of this draft, and I pick the EST herself, Bianca Belair.
A very solid pick.
Very solid.
It's probably what everyone was eyeing up there after what was happening at the start of the tag teams. But Scott, Bianca Belair just won the SmackDown Women's Championship. Probably not going to lose the belt anytime soon. Can you argue with that for your first ballot pick?
Yeah, especially since I think 3 of the top male champions have been taken. So I think this focus has probably shifted to the top female picks, and there was a big change in the landscape of the women's division, seemingly over WrestleMania. It was 3 new big time title changes. So as a smart pick on Stephen's part, I think.
So I think next to appear to make their first draft pick, none other than Gary Kernahan. How are we doing, Gary? A lot's happened from that tag team in Stephen's first selection.
A lot of people following my trend of picking these managers and their champions, and Stephen. So Stephen picked Bianca Belair, who I had my eye on. So I will go with the Raw Women's Champion and take Rhea Ripley.
A very good choice. I think that's the thing that's happening.
Very good
here,
choice, yeah.
The thing that's happening here, Dave, I think, is that the women's picks are dwindling. And it's going to prove quite hard if we get into the later picks here, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've learned from past seasons that, you know, there's a lot more male competitors on the roster as opposed to women. So if you can get in early with a good women's pick, I think you're off to a flying start.
So, Dave, are you going to follow in that same footstep and take a woman here?
Yeah, damn right I am. Let's make it 3 for 3. I am taking Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Gonzalez.
Very nice. Very nice. That's all the women from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Their champions are now gone. Scott, no surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these were all going to be sought after picks. You know, I think Raquel has been helped by the fact that obviously some other picks were taken before her. But then again, you know, she did have a hell of a finish to the last season, winning the title. So I think she was always going to be a first round, maybe second round pick either way.
I think it's me next. I'm a bit stuck of what I want to do. I feel there's someone I want to draft, but if I don't draft him now, he's going to go. But then it's the same for the women as well. But I think I'm just going to take a risk. I think I'm just going to bring him home to when he won in my team. I'm going to take Drew McIntyre.
Air boy, take the air boy.
I feel that if he doesn't win the championship, I feel like he's still going to be part of Raw all the time. He's going to be winning matches here, there, and everywhere. So I think it's rude not to take him. It's rude not to take him, Dave.
Especially if you not to take him either, given you're both Ayrshire boys. But you do make a good point. Drew's still going to get heavily featured on Raw. I think what might let him down in the next few months, though, is pay-per-view appearances. He might take a couple of losses, given that he had such a successful run last year. But I think the important thing is you've got to be wishful thinking. He's been the highest scorer for the past couple of seasons. He's always a reliable scorer, whichever way you look at it.
But now it's the Listeners League winner, Ryan Dalglish, coming to make his first round pick for the draft.
Hello, how are we?
Very well. It's nice to see your pleasant face again.
Well, I covered some of it up for you, so we're going to slowly change it up. But there's running out of champions, so I'm going straight in there with NXT champion Karrion Kross.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not bad. Obviously, just winning at TakeOver there. He's vowed to go through anyone that steps up to the plate, Scott. Karrion Kross, if not this round, would have been going next round. I think he's a solid pick here.
Yeah, definitely. Again, he's been fast-tracked up to this position because probably of that title win, and obviously some other picks being taken. He was a pick that I had some thoughts on, but smart of Ryan Dalglish to get in there before I did.
And now, as you said before, you did. It is your turn to draft. Who is your first round pick?
Somebody who probably I don't think before would have been a first round pick, and again, I'm having a bucket approach here. So another champion, a champion who doesn't seem like he's going to lose his title anytime soon, given his strong defenses this past week. I take the NXT UK champion, Walter.
Walter is off the table. Another NXT UK pick here, Dave.
Yeah.
I think he was going to get drafted at some point. Bit surprised to see him go the first round, but not surprised to see him go nonetheless.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd get drafted at some point, but I definitely wasn't expecting him to be a first round pick, because if he's going to be on NXT UK, he might not be appearing every week. I don't know, bit of a risky shot, but we have seen in the past when it comes to takeovers and title defenses, he is a big scorer. So it's a bit of a gamble, but I think Scott seems to be going for the big match approach in terms of points.
And I can confirm.
You got McIntyre, didn't you?
I can confirm who Ross has picked here for his first round selection, and he has went for Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
Obviously,
recently made a return.
Made a return after Mania, heel turn, took out Rhea Ripley and Asuka in the title match. Big things maybe for Charlotte Flair coming up here, Scott.
Potentially, she's never too far away from the title scene, and I definitely think they're building some sort of triple threat situation with those three. So at least for the next month or so leading into Backlash, she'll be a major fixture in that World Women's title scene. Yes.
Next up, Sarah Grieve, step up to the plate and make your first round pick for the draft. Hello, Sarah.
Hi. Yeah, it's no surprise that I'm going to go with Christian Cage. Absolutely no surprise.
Yeah. I think everyone just left them out so we can take from Sarah. There you go, Christian Cage. Obviously, just coming back from the injury at Royal Rumble, signs with AEW. He's been appearing backstage in Dynamite. Someone that looks like to be getting regular appearances and matches every so often. Can't argue in that. And here he is, the champ, STL champ.
Christian Cage, man. Is this Saturday Draft Live in 2002? What the hell's going on? Christian Cage getting drafted first round. Nonsense, man. Nonsense. Right, my pick for this one. I'm going to go, and I've not been paying attention, so tell me if this one has been picked or not, but I'm going to go for my man, Sheamus.
He's not been picked.
Not been picked?
Sheamus. Absolutely kicking the face off of Matt Riddle at WrestleMania, winning the United States Championship. Arguably, for all his hard work he's done in the program at the start of the year with Drew and just how well he's put on, a great pick, Sheamus, I think, at some point. But here he is. No introduction needed for the GOAT. Who's your pick, my friend?
Ryan, divorces are always hard. But I'm afraid that the daddy has to take Scrap Daddy. Adam Pearce was first round.
Adam Pearce in the first round.
A first round pick.
Hoping for the multiple appearances across every show here, Scott.
Dear.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry. I'm just doing it back there. Just like his opening sentence with divorces are always hard. I'm like, where's he going with this? But yeah, Adam Pearce, I think his value was shown last season, and also the fact that I know, yes, you're hanging your head in shame, but given the fact this is a longer season, those appearance points are going to be triple, I think.
I'm not hanging my head in shame, boys. I'm not hanging my head in shame. I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken.
We need this man off our screen. Round one's done. Bring in, I guess, Stephen Wilding to be able to be here to make his second round selection.
Yeah, lads, it's not paranoia. It's the Usos. I'm picking the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Jey Uso.
Dick. Cool. Sound. You can take Jey Uso. On you go. Take him away. Be gone with you. Be gone.
Yeah,
be gone. Dave, Jey Uso. Someone that's always going to be in the side of Roman Reigns here.
Mm-hmm. And he was the biggest letdown of my team in season 7. Like, I put the captaincy on him in the hope that he would do a great Royal Rumble performance. Doesn't even show up. So yeah, screw the Usos.
Gary Kerrigan, step up, my friend. It's your time to shine and make your second round pick.
So I'm going to pick another sexy man. I am going to pick big sexy Seth Rollins.
Oh, the Messiah. Gary Kerrigan is not the Messiah, but Seth Rollins definitely is.
A very naughty boy.
I wasn't going to call him that. That's we're not near the watershed yet, Dave, to say anyone's a naughty boy. We can't say that. But obviously Scott Rollins just lost at Mania, but he's a big figure in SmackDown. He's going to be there one way or another, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. You only have to look back at the history of the draft, like even before Saturday Night Live was a thing. First couple of seasons, Rollins as Universal Champion, he's one of the top all-time point scorers. May have dropped it in the last couple of seasons, but he is still a valuable commodity. And again, the effect of the tag team round, I think, has moved him up a round or two this time around.
And Dave, I believe it's your time to shine here. Who are we going for?
And I'm going to rectify the mistake that you and Ross made last season. I'm taking the King of Swing, Cesaro.
Oh, obviously the counter to Gary Seth Rollins here, obviously winning at Mania.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe an Intercontinental or Universal title storyline coming soon for him.
You never know.
But someone that should have been picked last season has been picked now, and obviously it comes to me for who I'm picking next. And I need to take a woman here because I don't have one yet. And after what happened at WrestleMania, I'm very intrigued. I feel like I need to take her now because if I don't, someone else will. So I'm going to take Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
Appearance points alone.
Solid choice.
Good for you.
I feel that whether it's a split from Bray Wyatt, whether she's doing her own thing, she's going to appear on Raw, and if she wrestles, she's going to absolutely dominate. I am.
Wanted Alexa Bliss also.
But there we go. We are into the 5th round of the draft here for.
Hello again. Hello.
What
Waistcoat and tie.
Hello.
And Adam's letting everyone know it's 3-0 to the Arsenal. A great sight for Arsenal fans.
We need to know.
Just like you weren't ready for this change of clothes, you were not ready for Asuka.
Oofed. Asuka. Obviously just losing the women's title. Will she get it again? I don't know. Maybe not anytime soon, but with the women's picks dwindling, a valuable commodity here, Scott, maybe, for later rounds for everyone else.
Yeah, definitely. I know she's lost the title, but she's still got a fair rematch. She'll probably mix it up with Charlotte. She'll probably mix it up with Charlotte very soon as well. So she's still a valuable player, I think, even though she's no longer the champion.
And I believe, Scott, you're next to make your selection.
Yeah, I had a couple of people who I wanted to take, but I realised they're more male picks, whereas I need a female pick right now. And somebody I think will do better this season than she did last time now that we're in the post-Mania season. Guys, do you hear that? I think someone's at the door because I'm saying, ding dong, hello, Bayley.
Bayley is gone.
Bayley's away.
Obviously, Bayley does have her ding dong hello segments here, but she's going to have to get into a program again soon.
Well, hopefully,
she'll be a challenger for Bianca Belair very soon, I think.
Yeah, but do we expect her to take the title off Bianca straight away? I don't know. I think I think she'll help with the ding dong hello segments, and hopefully, if she appears as often as she did on WrestleMania, that's appearance points right there.
I mean, you got to remember, like, this is the time of year, like between now and SummerSlam, where they do Money in the Bank. So she'll be a favourite going into Money in the Bank, surely.
Well, someone that was a favourite going into WrestleMania and didn't turn up with a victory is joining the ranks of Ross McLeod. Edge is in the team for Ross.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't taken in round 1, to be fair.
I would say I'm a bit surprised because I think no one knows what's going to happen with Edge. I think the story may continue. We don't know how long for. It's a surprising one nonetheless. But we move on to Sarah Grieve, who's coming in to make her second round pick of the draft. Obviously, Christian's buddy Edge is now gone, Sarah, so you can't take him.
That's fine. He disappointed by not winning at WrestleMania for me this season, or last season. So, but with the news that Dark Elevation is going to be getting added to the draft season, I'm going to make a returning pick from last season and take Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
A pick you were widely criticised for last season, Sarah, but I think with the longevity and maybe appearances in 2 different shows, she's been built kind of all right recently. The Bloody Dentist, Dave.
Yeah, the Bloody Dentist indeed. But something I have noticed about Sarah's pick so far, we're 3 picks in and she's picked them all from AEW. I'm starting to wonder maybe she should get a little bit more diversity in her team here.
Or is she playing just to muck up everyone else?
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, she's got 2 shows. That covers 2 shows on Monday and Wednesday when you really think about it. But yeah, I do agree. Maybe somebody from one of the other shows. I know David Campbell's favourite word balance. You got to get some Raw picks maybe in there, some SmackDown people.
Ryan Gallagher, step up again, my friend. Oh! Come on, I'm late.
What's with all the costume changes? But still, you know what? I personally appreciate that. That's good.
Jack, did I hear you say Arsenal were beating Slavia Prague?
They're up 3-0. Thank you, Adam Brikevich, for that comment.
Good. Fuck them guys so much. So, anyway, back to the picks then. I'm putting this on, and again, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I'm representing somebody a little bit here. I might have missed them getting picked. If they haven't been picked, I don't know why. Apollo Crews, anybody?
You've got Apollo Crews, my friend.
Good choice.
Apollo Crews finds your rank, so well done. The United States champion and the Intercontinental champion, Scott, and the team at Ryan Gallagher here.
Yeah, I was tempted to pick him and Dabakejo or Babatunde or whatever his name is this week as his new heavy as my tag team. But I thought that's a bit too out there, maybe. But Apollo does seem to finally be on the right track now when it comes to like this season. So
here we go.
I know he lost the title at Mania, but I'm stunned that you've let me take this man because I think he has big things in his future. Big is the word. Big E.
Obviously,
last season.
Just lost the Intercontinental title, but a good pick for Scott and Stephen last year. Maybe we'll be in a program for the Universal title, kind of same situation as Cesaro here, but things are looking bright for Big E here, I think, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, a setback at WrestleMania, but you never know. He could be pushed into the Universal title scene now, given that he's very popular on SmackDown. He's had a lot more exposure. He could potentially challenge Roman at some point. So, yeah, don't let the WrestleMania loss put you off. I think that's still a safe pick.
But we move on. Stephen Wilson's here to make his 3rd round pick. And I think it's pretty evident with him stoked up, high on life, so to speak. I'll let you say the name.
Bro. Yep. Bugger it. Matt Riddle. Ryan took my pick. Matt Riddle.
Obviously, Riddle, he's just lost at Mania.
One person on the stream gets to wear a hat indoors.
Riddle lost at Mania, lost on Monday to Bobby Lashley, but he's going to be about, isn't he here, Scott?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if again we get Money in the Bank, maybe, and Sheamus can renew hostilities. Still a presence, a high presence maybe on Raw. So you never know. It's a long season. There's still time for him.
And Gary, I'm not blind anymore. I've seen the light. Thank you. Thank you, my friend.
Ryan Gallagher just pulled the quality of the show down. I can lift it up with a little bit of Champions class. And for my next pick, I'm going to. This one might be a bit of a punt because but she's been a top scorer, one of the top scorers last season, I think. I'm going to go for Sasha Banks.
A very
Solid.
good pick. With, as you know, female picks, as I said, are dwindling here a bit with those that are featuring TV a lot. And obviously, we've had some releases that have gone on, like Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are away. Scott here. We kind of need to snap up what we can fast.
I wanted Billy. I really wanted Billy, so I did. But Sasha, again, with or without the title, she's a main feature on SmackDown. And this, like with her and Bianca, is far from over, I think.
And Dave, I think it's your time to shine here. Who are you going for?
Ooh, again, another bit of a risky one. But as my team name suggests, I'm better than you, and you know it. MJF.
Oofed.
I forgot about MJF, to be fair.
MJF is in the ranks.
Yep, we're branching out here.
You know, like that blood and guts match coming up, Scott. Could be a win for him.
Yeah, that could kick your season off in a big way if he's on the winning end. If not, it could be a bit of a to start this season. But again, I think this feud, it's not really a blow off. MJF will still be over in the title scene, maybe a single match with him and Jericho. So next week will be the kind of they'll set the tone for your season. Next week's Blood and Guts match.
And I believe it is my time to shine for my third round pick. And I am going to go for Hangman Adam Page.
Interesting.
Someone that's been building up quite the win record recently, wins every week. And this thing with the Dark Order, I think he's going to be in a good spot for the rest of the season. I'm fairly content that he'll be appearing on Dynamite and Dark Elevation.
Yeah, the rumors that he'll maybe be the guy to beat Kenny Omega. If that happens this season, then all the points coming your way, Jack. If not, it's still a good pick.
And to the listeners' league winner we go, Ryan Douglas. It's time to make your third round pick.
Hello.
None
of your Rangers and Celtic rubbish. We're on to the underdogs. That's what I'm here for, right? So I went straight in there. Straight in there. No crap, The Fiend.
Bray Wyatt.
I actually forgot about The Fiend.
Coming off the loss at WrestleMania there, but a new direction seems to be, and the Fire 5 Funhouse has returned. So, you know, it could be good points there for Ryan there, I think, Dave.
Yeah, witches bewitching. And but as bad as the ending to that WrestleMania match was, this definitely has a new direction for The Fiend. I think Ryan definitely taking a bit of a gamble because, you know, The Fiend needs some major wins, and he is due one soon. So maybe he could be onto something here.
Scott, are you going to be onto something with your next pick?
Possibly. He's relatively new where he is right now, so maybe across the season he could build up something and get some big wins. David, Jack, esteemed members of the ASSR team, people watching wherever you may be watching, let me talk to you. I'm picking L.A. Knight.
Someone that I was hoping would maybe slip a wee bit down to round 4 and 5.
I know,
but
I was hoping that too, yeah.
I got in first, so I had to get in first in round 3.
Yep. You got to do what you got to do, so I respect it. Well done. I think a newbie to the draft here, Dave, obviously not alongside with NXT. Didn't win the gauntlet at TakeOver, but I think there's still some good things in his career in NXT, especially for the first kind of start of the draft.
Yeah, I think he might be a bit of a slow burner, to be honest, because he's still sort of wandering around the mid-card, you know, with some of the other North American title contenders. But I think come SummerSlam, he might actually build enough momentum to score some big points, because it is a long season, remember. So LA Knight, I would say, definitely has a bit of a slow burner.
Well,
it's a 5K.
A man that has declared himself to win the Money in the Bank on Talking Smack to Paul Heyman finds himself in the team of Ross, and that man is none other than Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens finds himself in the team of Ross. I was like, just coming off that win against Sammy at Mania. Maybe that'll continue for a bit into Money in the Bank. But if you're making a prediction for a Money in the Bank winner this year, Kevin Owens is as good a candidate as any here.
Very solid pick for Money in the Bank winner.
And then we move on. Sarah Grieve, take it away. Come in, chat to us, get your pick sorted. You've got a wee friend as well, I see.
I've got my porg on a shoulder. So we'll see after the discussion and the joke that I actually brought to the chat the other day. I'm actually going to go with a commentator, and I am going to pick Corey Graves.
Interesting. I think this is. We'd had this discussion in the chat, so I'll bring it up now. That a commentator we've decided only gets a maximum of 1 point for the show they're on. But and the big but here is that I threw in the red herring that's not been confirmed if Corey Graves has left SmackDown. He's only been confirmed to have joined Raw. So in this long season, could see a fair amount of points stack up quite quickly here.
I mean, it's certainly a safe bet. I mean, if we're going under the assumption that Corey's going to be on both Raw and SmackDown, that might be an absolute steal. But if he's only moved to Raw, it's still consistent appearance points for a very long season. It might actually work out.
Pay-per-view as well.
And pay-per-views,
good point.
And a week of a pay-per-view, if he's on Raw and SmackDown, you've got 1 point Raw, 1 point SmackDown, 2 points for a pay-per-view. It's something that is. And Gary finished second here, sporting a wee toy in his shoulder.
Yeah, I'm not the only one that can have a mascot. Here's me and my man Stone Cold Steve Austin, couple of baldies sitting here, and also Gary said he's bringing a bit of Champions class to us. Gary, where did you finish in the season last season? Did you finish second? Because last time I checked, second is just the best loser, in all honesty, because me and David Campbell won and you didn't. So I don't know what Champions class you're bringing to this draft, mate, but it's certainly not a win on the draft. But anyway, I need to move on and I need to start picking people. I'm a bit torn here between two picks. I need to start maybe evening out the team, getting some women on this. I'm going to go a bit bold on this one. I'm going to head to Wednesday nights and I'm going to take Indy Hartwell.
An interesting one, obviously, in the hashtag index. Maybe that's someone that's going to be drafted next round. Dex Loomis, we never know, but she's featured with the way a lot. As of right now, none of the way have been drafted. Maybe that will change with our next person will come in. I don't know, but the first of the way gone, and I must say, Indy Hartwell, I'm surprised being the first person from the way to go.
Yeah,
sometimes that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, that's interesting. I have picked, for those of you who follow draft strategy, I usually pick women first. I'm actually going to use all of my male picks up for the first 3 rounds here, which I think it might be the first time I've ever done that. I'm a bit torn on this one, but talking about Money in the Bank, I don't think there'd be a better Money in the Bank contract holder than the man who claims about conspiracy. I am going to go with Sami Zayn.
I would absolutely love for Sami Zayn to be the Money in the Bank holder. I think he could play martyr to it for like the full, even to like Mania next year and cash in and have that moment. I think that'd be brilliant. But I hope it happens, but I don't know if I see it happening. But it's an interesting one. But Stephen, your 4th round pick.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go a wee bit bold for the first time here, guys. I'm going to go to... I love how Ryan said he was going to go to Wednesday nights when he picked somebody from NXT on a Tuesday. I'm going to go actually Wednesday nights and make my second female pick, somebody who's picked up a lot of momentum and will also probably appear on both Dark Elevation and Dynamite. I am going to pick Ty Conti.
Shit.
Ooh, thank God for that.
You bastard. That's what I was going for. But Scott, Ty Conti. It's a good pick. I think that's someone that is going to wrestle on Dynamite and Dark Elevation. I was hoping to get her this round, so I'll take that as a slap in the face, thank you. But nonetheless, a good pick.
Yeah, she's kind of flown under the radar a little bit. She, had this association with the Dark Order through her relationship with Anna Jay. So I think, especially on the Elevation, she'll be a main feature, and they are going to start developing new women in the division. So, maybe a smarter pick than some people might realize.
Jack, I have to pick up Ryan Gallagher, the most deluded man in this podcast. He won this draft. We all know, Ryan, David Campbell won the draft. You were just along for the ride. And look at your team tonight. That suggests it all. Speaks volumes for it. Anyway, Sarah Greaves wasn't the only one that's had her eye in the commentator to get those steady points. And with the inclusion of the AEW Dark Elevation show, I'm going to pick Tony Schiavone.
Very good, very good. Someone as a commentator on Dark Elevation and Dynamite. That'll be 2 points every week for.
God doesn't even want to risk spelling Schiavone.
That's
Yvonne.
That's 2 points every week potentially for Gary there. I think a very good pick. Someone I was considering to the last. But Dave, it's your time to shine, my friend.
Okay, well, third time was lucky here because I'm also going to dip into the Dynamite and Dark Elevation pool a bit. And this is going to be my second female pick. So now that Ty Conti's off the board, I'm actually going to go for my backup option, which is going to be the returning Chris Statlander.
The alien of the best friends. Interesting. I think that's quite a good pick to have there. I think that's something that's the Mad Alien, someone that's getting drafted by. Is going to appear on both shows. I think that's going to be very good. But it lands on myself now to make a pick, and I think someone that was arguably one of my better picks of last season with myself and Ross. I'm going to take in the team and take a chance on for the longevity of this season. Damian Priest comes home.
Damian Priest.
There we go. Damian Priest is gone. Finds himself back with Jack. A happy reunion all round.
Happy priesthood reunion.
Exactly. And now we go to the Listeners League winner again, Ryan DeBleish.
Hello. How are we?
Yeah, tracksuit this time.
I've been running while we're away. It was taking that long to my next pick, so I went a wee jog.
It's your turn to pick, Ryan.
So you took all the good ones since I was last on here, so I'm going straight on it with Joey Gargano.
Oh, the second member of the way to go. The first member of the way I thought would be away, but alas, the North American champion is now gone. Someone that's a big feature of a big feature of NXT recently appearing all the time. I don't think you can argue with that pick, Scott.
No, definitely not. You know, I think that now means does Ryan Douglas now have to take a female in his next pick?
He does so because he only has Asuka, but he has Karrion Kross, Bray Wyatt, and Johnny Gargano. So Ryan needs to have a female next time. Yep. So it goes to yourself, Scott.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually went over to AEW yet. So I think, given with the option now of 2 potential shows for this pick to appear on, I think that was a good chance for me to do it. And I think I'm going to take a female pick because that would mean I have 2 of each, so it means I could go either way in the last round. And so look at female picks who's left. I'm going to take Rosa.
Oh, Thunder Rosa, Dave.
Thunder Rosa, yep.
Finito off the draft table. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, Thunder Rosa, I believe she was on Strack's team a couple of seasons ago, or it might have been Jade Cargill. One of the two, I can't remember. But
I think he did take it.
Yeah. I mean, Thunder Rosa's had a lot more exposure on AEW. Yeah, that's right. Steven's just confirming both of them were on his team at the time. So, yeah, this is... look who it is.
So nice of you to turn up, Ross.
My children, I couldn't be here and not deliver. You know what I mean, guys?
I'd rather you know.
Delivering some quality Wi-Fi, though.
Oh.
It's your 4th round pick, Ross. On you go.
If you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm going to try break the curse of Scott and Stephen I'm going to pick Kushida.
The new
cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, as I was saying there, the
Forgot
new
about him.
cruiserweight champion is gone, beating Santos Escobar. Got a lovely picture with Triple H, didn't he, Dave?
Yeah, it was a picture. It's like the meme caption is, when you show your dad how to work an Apple Watch.
Kushida is dead to me.
Sarah, your time to shine for your 4th round pick.
Well, I'm going to stay away from Wednesday nights now, but I'm going to go to Tuesday nights. I am going to pick a woman in the formerly known as Taya Valkyrie, Frankie Monet.
Oh, what a slap in the face of David Campbell. As he so rightfully says, OMFG.
You are a disgrace.
I'm actually
I'm surprised.
I can't believe it.
He'll have an aneurysm now.
The question I want to ask is, could we have taken Frankie Monet as a Dogs Attack team?
No.
That would have been class. Shut up, Dave. Have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Don't dismiss that straight away.
Hey,
Actually, no,
listen,
we're moving on. No, Dave, you've had your time. No, next, Ryan. Come on, we're keeping this going.
Stephen says no. Stephen said no in the chat. So.
The fuck's that? A minion.
What is that? Oh my gosh.
We have more. Also, just Gary, just give it up, mate. Right? It's getting fucking embarrassing now. Hearing you trying to get wide on this thing when you finished second last year, like last series. It's just not happening for you, mate. It's just not happening. Right, my pick. I'm going to go bold with this one. This is either going to work out really well for me. She picked up a good win at last week, and all the wrestling. Zoe Stark.
Interesting. Zoe Stark is a new face to NXT. She's set her sights on winning the gold. Dave here could work out for him.
I think it definitely could. Zoe Stark's been getting a lot of momentum. She got a win over Toni Storm on the TakeOver pre-show, and she's been getting a lot of praise in the NXT Women's Division. Definitely going to be one to watch as a potential rising star in what's already a stacked Women's Division.
And here he is to make the last pick of round 4.
Fucking furious. And I blame you, Dave. I hope you know that. I'm going to text you after that show when you brought it up. What are your picks to watch? Because you couldn't keep your mouth shut. All right. And now here I am without my dear Frankie. So I suppose that I'm going to have to go with a great backup option. Look at the records, because AEW is a sports brand, as you know. Red Velvet.
Interesting. Just lost to Jade Cargill. As we know, is won in the match before with Cody, but could be a Dark Elevation contender here, Scott.
Potentially, yeah. I think Dark Elevation will be the main place we see her, but they clearly have high expectations with her, pairing her with Shaq kind of out of the gate. So clearly big things in store for her.
And now we're on to our final round of selection here. So Stephen Wilson, come make your last draft pick.
Yeah, we know how we love me to sing on this one, and I'm a terrible singer, so I'm just going to do a bit of notes for you here, lads. What
I
about now that I become? I don't know the lyrics. Chris Jericho.
We apologise to everybody who's bleeding now after that rendition.
I don't have any smart quips for how shit that was. It was just very poor, and I'm sorry to everyone that's having to watch that. Gary, thank God you're here.
Can I just say
what just happened there?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that, Stephen? My God, I was going to pick up that full Ryan, but what's the point? Stephen just messing all up there. Anyway, my final pick, I'm going to go for Daniel Bryan.
Yes,
quite good. I think round 5.
I used to like you, Gary.
Yeah,
a good steal there. But
I think Brian's future's a bit sort of up in the air right now, but as a final round pick this time around, I think that's probably a wise decision.
It's your time to shine, Dave. Make your last pick.
Yep, and I'm going to go to an old reliable pick for me. I've picked him several times in the past, and I'm going with him again. Braun Strowman.
Braun.
Choo.
The trading man.
There you go. I just lost a triple threat. But maybe he'll demolish some folk in Raw. I don't know. I bet.
That's what I'm hoping, yeah.
I bet. I've kind of just lost all care for Strowman, unfortunately, Dave. So I'm sorry I'm not enthusiastic about your pick. But
that's okay.
It's my final pick, and I need to pick a female competitor. I'm trying to think who's going to get me points here. And I think I'm going to go and dip into the pool of The Way and take Candice LeRae.
Mm-hmm. So that's three out of The Way yet.
Yep, Austin D's left The Way, but I feel that The Way's all over the place, but she's always by Johnny Gargano's side as well. So I think it's quite a big focal point of NXT, and I think having one of them is quite a good pick. But I've also turned my back on my ones to watch, but I won't say who that is in case it puts seeds into folks' heads about who they're going to take. But Ryan Dalglish, step up and make your final pick.
Hello. So I need to have good faith in my team, but I've also learned that you all like reliable picks for appearances in the last round. So I'm going to Tuesday nights. I've already picked Cross, but I'm going TikTok Scarlett.
Solid. I think that's pretty solid getting that partnership made up there, Scott.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm surprised nobody's picked her before for like some of the reasons to why like if MVP or Paul Heyman or Adam Pearce would have picked. I think very similar reasons she'll be a valuable pick.
Mm-hmm. But having them both as singles picks, though, that's going to double his points as opposed to picking them as a tag team.
Definitely. And Scott, it's your time to make a pick here.
I'm trying to think long term here. I'm going to go with a man pick because I think they're more available now. I looked across the Raw and SmackDown. There's none that immediately stand out to me that give me confidence in the long term of this season. Especially not after Daniel Bryan was fucking taken. So I think even though I've got a few people there, I need to go back to Tuesday nights for a man who I think is another bit of a slow burn. But I think now that he's on his own, there are big things for him. The man who used to love a bit of air guitar, Mr. Kyle O'Reilly, is my final pick.
Good pick there. Just won a big match at TakeOver. Adam Cole maybe seemingly going to the main roster, could be staying, but Kyle O'Reilly seems to be someone that you imagine staying and be a mainstay in NXT and a big player. So I think a very solid pick for your last round there, Scott. I commend you on that one.
Thank you.
And I think it is none other than Ross McLeod to come in and join the party and make his pick.
Hello. Welcome to the party, Jack.
Oh,
is
my
what
God.
You should have said there. Dalglish got us ready with the fact that he said hello. So hello to all the viewers. And if I'm right in saying, I've picked, I believe, Owens, Edge, and who was my other male pick?
You have Edge, Owens, and Kushida.
Right. And I've obviously got Charlotte for the women's side. So I went for... With Owens and Charlotte, I went for dependable. For New Day, I went dependable. They will be up and down throughout the season, but they will still be featured throughout the season. So I'm going to pick a first-time draft pick. I'm going to pick Raw backstage interviewer Sarah Schreiberg.
That's the kind of last round pick I like. Out there, completely out of nowhere kind of pick.
Oh, I think...
Don't count. You can't pick. I said that the other day. You can't pick backstage interviewers. They don't count.
That is an absolute, guys. Come on, team.
Yeah, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. You know, I'm
absolute. I'm sorry. So we can pick fucking commentators, but we can't pick interviewers. It was said the other day. Get it round you.
So I think in a moment of draft history, we have a faux pas here of who we can pick. So I guess, Ross, I'll ask you again, who's your round 5 pick?
Well, she's not an interviewer, she's a host. I'm going to find a loophole.
Oh, Ross, shut up and just pick someone else.
I want Kayla Braxton.
Kayla.
No.
Don't count. Pick a wrestler or a commentator.
No. Try again.
Outrageous.
I'll ask again, Ross. Who's your round 5 pick?
I know. Just absolute holding down by that ginger prick He rigs it again, so he gets first pick. Absolutely disgraceful. No wonder Gary and Derek don't like him. Is Beth Phoenix away?
Nope.
No, she's not away.
Well, you know what? Beth Phoenix is a commentator, and I'm taking her. For a steady 5th round pick, I pick Beth Phoenix.
There you go. Someone that will be
We
a
got
commentator on takeovers if there's any in this in between season of Mania and SummerSlam, and will be on NXT on Tuesday night. So that he wants that dependability, and I think he's going to get it with Beth Phoenix. And it's Sarah to make her last pick.
I feel like I started a war when I decided to do commentators.
You just love chaos, Sarah. That's what it is.
That's what my goal for the season was. I do like to watch the world burn. I mean, I'm wearing a Noogie Boogie t-shirt. I like to watch the world burn. So my 5th round pick, I'm going to Tuesday nights, and I am going to go for the major thick boy in Bronson Reed.
Not bad. Recently just losing to Johnny
Ozilla.
Gargano at TakeOver for the North American champion, but did win that 4-way match with Shotzi Ember and Dexter Loomis. So an interesting unknown entity in the draft here, Scott.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he's another newbie, another newcomer here. And I think it's this kind of season where you have like longer to see picks develop, that you get more risks and more newbies. So that's what I like to see.
A lovely mask there, Ryan, but I want to see your beautiful face.
I don't.
Oh, my fingers
That
were
was
crossed.
That was me pretending to be Ross McLeod, because this thing here is also deed, I know. So, and the way that after that horrendous thing that I had to sit through there for Ross McLeod, that was probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It was painful the whole way through, and that man should be banned for this for the rest of his life. But anyway, back on to the picks. I don't know who to pick in this last round, in all honesty, because I've got quite a few names jotted down here, and most of them are a risk. But I'm going to go with somebody who's been good in the past, and hopefully there'll be something for him going forward. Don't know if he's been picked or not, but Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's not been picked.
Aye.
He's coming to my team then.
Yep,
Thank you
you can
very
take
much.
Randy Orton.
It's locked in. Obviously, there is the rumours that he's meant to be taking a bit of an extended break after Mania and what happened in Raw, but
there's always the transfer window if that happens.
It's Randy Orton, yeah.
Yep.
I'll explain the transfer window once you've made our captains and team names, but I rightfully so to say the transfer window is a factor there, so I could draft them out easy. But that's Randy Orton off the table. David Campbell, join and make your last pick. The last pick.
You hear that?
What?
Oh, what?
I'm not going to win. I want to take a risk.
I
want some leverage come the transfer window, people. And if this pulls off, you'll be talking about it for years. The GOAT risks it all with Becky Lynch.
I mean, I'm sure I'll speak about it for a few months, but I don't know if I'll be speaking about it for years. I don't know if that's like, but it's still a good risk nonetheless.
That's a gutsy play.
It's
a
one
very
obviously
gutsy play.
rumoured to have appeared at Mania, but will she show up tomorrow night? Who knows? But that is the team's been selected. So Stephen Wilson would like to reappear if he is still in the stream. He has a team of Nia and Shayna, Bianca Belair, Jey Uso, Matt Riddle, Tay Conti, and Chris Jericho. Who is your captain and what's your team name?
To be fair, guys, quickly before I say that, I thought I was the most embarrassing point of that last round. Oh my Jesus God!
Yeah, right. Becky Lynch was an embarrassing moment.
Yeah, well, yes. So I'm going back to an old team name. I'm going back to the top 1% in honor of the great EC3. I know he's still wrestling. I say that like he's gone forever. And my captain, of course, is going to be the EST herself, Bianca Belair.
Very nice. Very nice.
No qualms. No qualms at all here.
Next up to state his captain and team name is Gary Kernahan. He's got Bobby Lashley and MVP, Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins, Sasha Banks, Tony Schiavone, and Daniel Bryan.
You know, every time we do this draft, I always forget about the captaincy until it comes to the point where I have to pick it. And then, oh God, I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley as the captain.
A wise choice for your captain there. What's your team name, Gary?
I didn't even need to ask. Now I've got rid of.
Come on, Jack. You should know this.
I've got rid of
I want him to say it. I want him to say it. Come on.
when the McRobbie's not around, pulling me down. We're men of the mission's no more. We're back to Team Viscera.
Team Viscera is back. I've wanted to hear those words for all of 2021. I'm glad it's reappeared. But Dave, you have AJ Nomos, Raquel Gonzalez, Cesaro, MGF, Chris Statlander, and Braun Strowman. Who's your captain and what's your team name?
Well, following a period of lockdown, the West End Country Club has reopened. So I'm sticking with the West End Country Club. And I'm going to make my captains AJ Styles and Omos.
I can respect that choice.
Wise. I think with the current situation, I don't see any reason not to have them. So my team, Young Bucks, Drew McIntyre, Alexa Bliss, Adam Page, Damian Priest, and Candice LeRae. My team name's still going to be liquidated, relegated, still the same fantasy team. And I'm going to go, and because I know that we can change it, I think I'll put it on Drew McIntyre now. I know that he's going to face Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania Backlash. If he loses, I can change it depending on what happens. I could put it on Young Bucks at some point, but you never know. But Ryan Dalglish, he comes in with a team of Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, Karrion Kross, Asuka, Bray Wyatt, Johnny Gargano, and Scarlett. Ryan, who's your captain?
Well, I'm between two, honestly. I'm just going to go straight in with Roman and Paul Heyman.
An interesting one. So you're hoping for a few appearances across the board there with him, but he's been taken off the screen, not being allowed to give a team name here.
I know, I was going to say, who did that?
This podcast hates me, I swear to God. As it says, the people's opposition, because everybody's turned on me.
The people's representative is turning to the people opposition. A man of no one, a man just out for himself now.
Hey,
but,
I mean, that's the story of the draft, isn't it?
But Scott, you've got a team of Ember and Shotzi, Walter, Bailey, LA Knight, Thunder Rosa, and Kyle O'Reilly. Your captain, your team name, please.
What an oddball group that is, Again, much like Guy, I don't think I really gave much thought to captaincy, really. Also to Ryan Douglas, I defended you for weeks on that bloody podcast, on this bloody show. I defended you. The team name is no longer. I've had some great names in the past. I've had the Glasgow Kelly 44s. Here we go, 2 in a row. That was a big mistake. Drafting ain't easy. Forget whatever that freaking I called our team. But now, in honor of my rendition of Rosa, my team will be known as the Doug Judy Appreciation Society. And my tag team, Ember and Shotzi, will be the captains to start the season. Dave, don't give me that look of like, I'm honouring a great character from a great TV show in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You and your West End country bollocks.
Come on, man. There's too much infighting here. Come on. It's a great name. It's a great name and a great captain.
Thank you.
But Ross has the New Day, Charlotte Flair, Edge, Kevin Owens, Kushida, and Beth Phoenix as his team.
I do indeed, yes. I didn't want to pick Beth Phoenix. I would like to thank Gary Kernahan, who sent me a list of available women. I don't know if it was a link to a dating site or women that were available to be picked on this, but they were there. I also asked Stephen Wilson to screenshot me where he said announcers couldn't be picked, and backstage.
Unmute them, man.
See what I mean? Wanting to silence them. I mean, David Campbell is a victim conspiracy. I mean, this is actual victim conspiracy. And you know what? Seen as that tool who left a promo on our Facebook page, Ryan Dalglish, there with his Kunzel haircut and his Ryland Clark teeth, try to slag the fact that he won the Amateur League, the Listeners League. I'm going to be called Alan Laurie Loyal, and my captain is going to be the New Day.
Alan Laurie Loyal and the captain New Day there.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah has Kenny Omega and Don Callis, Christian Cage, Britt Baker, Corey Graves, Frankie Monet, and Bronson Reed. Sarah, who is your captain and your team name?
Well, the obvious would have been Christian to have Captain Charisma, but I'm not going to do it because he's technically not Captain Charisma anymore, which is quite sad. So my captains are going to be Kenny Omega and Don Callis. And my team name is Christian Cage's Instant Classics.
Nice.
I like it.
Very
a lot
nice.
of people putting the captaincy on their tag teams. You've noticed so far.
I know. I wonder
So
if
far,
that
yeah.
trend will continue for Ryan Gallagher with Pretty Deadly, Sheamus, Apollo Crews, Indy Hartwell, Zoe Stark, and Randy Orton.
Before I continue with my captain, my team name, I'm surprised Ross never called his team name Everybody Hates Me, and I care a little bit because he seems to be a bit of the old victim here. So, bit sad, Ross, mate. Fucking grow up here, mate. Grow up here. Sitting there with a beer. Is it your first beer, mate? First beer you've ever had? You feel a bit gallus now, aye? Right, my captain. I'm torn between two, but I'm going to initially put it on Apollo Crews because I think he's probably got the most longevity in his title run.
Yeah.
And the team name will be Northmen, Southmen, Comrades all.
I'm sure that's a reference to something I don't understand.
Jesus. But we move on to our last team of FTR, Adam Pearce, Big E, Sami Zayn, Red Velvet, and Becky Lynch for David Campbell.
As you know, I love a good dynasty. So I'm going back to my roots. It's Team Goat. And the captain is the man who, if he had the captaincy last season, would have been the third highest scorer in the entire thing. Scrap Daddy is the captain for Team Goat.
A good choice there, I think, after his heroics last season. But that is the draft. And I'll explain the rule of the season as I didn't do at the start, I don't think. The theme for this season is a transfer window, so there will be a week in June after the June pay-per-view where no one can score any points. And from that point, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, you can trade out one person from your team for a penalty of 5 points and draft in someone new that's not previously been selected. The way that's determined is whoever's last in the table that week gets to make the transfer first, so on and so on. But on Thursday, you can do trades between each other in the league. Didn't happen last year, but it could happen last year, so you never know. But before we leave us, Scott, I believe you've got something to say.
I've been thinking about this all day, and I'm quite nervous now to say it on a screen here because you guys know about it. Some other people need to start know about it. This has been, I genuinely believe, the best show that ESSR does. Not despite any of the other work that everybody else puts in, but I genuinely believe that the concept of this draft and everything around this show that we can do is one of the best ideas we've ever came up with. And I've genuinely been proud to be a part of it. If you include this episode, there'll been 74 episodes of Saturday Draft Live, and I've been around for 72 of them because I love being a part of it. I started with David Campbell, and I thought when we started the show, me and him doing it, that's great to talk about this kind of thing. And then when he left, I thought that's fine, and I brought you guys in because I thought we would. I brought you guys in, and I really liked the dynamic we created. But I feel like personally, I've put a lot of pressure on myself to make this show that as good as it can be. And there have been multiple weeks where, even though we put up a good episode, I feel like I could have done more, I could have done better. I just keep questioning myself when it comes to Saturday Draft Live, and I put a lot of that on myself. And so I made the decision to step away from Saturday Draft Live for a little while. I'm going to be a part of the season, but because I'm not going to have to talk about it as much. That's probably why I've made some what turn out to be some questionable decisions in terms of my team. But I didn't come to a decision easily, because I didn't like the idea of I felt like I was putting a lot on your guys' shoulders now just to leave you. And I really enjoy the show. I just want to go away, just enjoy the draft as a competitor and miss being a part of it. I'm going to be a part of other shows like East Meets West and the feature shows that I'm booked for because they can be done at any specific time. But I'm going to go away from Saturday Draft Live. I don't know how long for. Maybe I'll be back when about the time we do this transfer window special. Maybe not, maybe a bit longer. I'm just going to come back when I feel ready to go. And I can't think of some people who are more capable of taking over Saturday Draft Live than you guys for now. But I will definitely be back in the SDL. Boys will be in top form once again. So
goodbye, Scott
thank you.
McLeod.
It's not goodbye forever. It's just see you later. Thank you.
You know what? You put your feet up. 72 episodes. It's a long break to take, but you absolutely deserve it. It's been a pleasure doing this show with you, Scott. I look forward to you coming back. But you put your feet up, get a drink poured, and just enjoy drafting, my friend. Get the passion back in. We'll see you on the flip side. But Dave, I've got something special planned for you here.
Is that so?
Do you think it's just going to be us two doing Saturday Draft Live next season?
To be honest, no, because I think we work best as a trio, if I'm being honest.
Well, your dreams have come true because I've worked something special here. Some may say it's a loan agreement, some may say it's a signing, but he's back.
Hi. It's good to see you all. Scott's almost making me cry there. Scott McLeod is Saturday Draft Live. He has edited, produced every single episode of this show that we've done since we started it way back in the Patreon days. Scott McLeod will be back. I'm here on this show that I love doing as well, that I'm so happy to be back for a limited time, so Scott can get that well-deserved break. And us three, we're going to have some fun. And guys, now that I'm back, you idiots with your draft picks, I'm not going to get a second to breathe. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait for it.
So obviously, we will be back on Saturday. We'll be doing a brief analysis and giving our thoughts on the teams that have been made, some picks that have been good, some picks that have been bad, some picks that have been missed. So you need to maybe tune in on Saturday and listen to the three of us do what we do best and talk about the draft. David Campbell, been a pleasure, and welcome back to the fold, my friend.
This is going to be a fun season. Let's go for it.
David Hockney, as always, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanking you, Jack. And you know what, Go? I'm surprised you didn't do Ding Dong Hello when you first showed up there.
Well, ding dong goodbye. We'll see you Saturday.
I have been Jack Graham, and you will catch us again on Saturday. It's been a pleasure tonight. See you all, everyone.